Yeah, and it just left me there being vulnerable. So it was almost like I was his wife and she wasn't. You understand what I'm saying?
So did you get used to this? Was this a situation?
What you think a child would get used to? It's almost like you're being trained into it.
So would you say, like, if I ask him at some point, were you kind of like consenting towards it, or
that's the question you can't answer because it's something that you just that you think that's the way of life. You understand what I'm saying?
Well, I mean, but even at like 15
if I
to 16?
if I say that, that means that I was okay with doing it, right? But if it was done from the age of 8 to 18, that's all I know. See what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So you're just more accepting of it. If it's like,
yeah, you don't know anything else.
Right. It's just.
I mean, I'm sorry if these questions come off a certain way. I'm just curious about it.
You're fine. A lot of people ask those questions, but when they ask the questions, they want to get deeper into something. But you have to understand the psychological part of it also too. It goes deeper than just like, okay, I'm just gonna do it, just be doing it. It's something that has already been trained.
Where you say you was kind of like the wife, so were you like sleeping in bed with him?
You feel like you when my mom was.
What's up, YouTube? Become a member of the channel. Click the join button. You're gonna get access to exclusive content, more updates, post-interview reactions, and the lost tapes that never made it to YouTube. Click the join button, become part of the family. Now back to the content. What's up, YouTube? Atlanta Street Interviews out here with another one. So we got a young lady with us today. How you doing today, miss?
I'm doing all right.
All right. So are you homeless?
Yes.
Okay. How old are you?
36.
36. And so how long have you been homeless?
I've been going homeless by like 3 months now.
Okay. So what was it that happened 3 months ago that caused you to become homeless?
I was staying with an uncle and pretty much had got into it, and I guess I let my pride get to me instead of me asking to go back to the house. And there was other stuff that was going on, you know, as far as drugs stuff was involved, so I just stayed out on the streets. But it's been a experience that I didn't think I would never experience, being homeless before. But I'm not, upset about it because, you can't survive. But my goals are to get myself about the situation. I would have never lost my purse and stuff last week. I would have been working now. So that's why I'm starting over now. Starting over from scratch, getting a birth certificate and ID and stuff so I can get back to work, working and doing what I'm supposed to be doing for self.
So, you have any kids?
Yep.
How many?
I got 3 boys. They'll be 17, 16, and 12 this year.
Okay.
But I come here from out of Birmingham, Alabama.
Okay.
To Atlanta and to come.
So
here.
Your uncle is back in Birmingham?
Yes.
Okay, so you came here once that happened.
I came here to see someone. Thought that it was gonna pan out right, but it didn't, so it left me back homeless. Yeah.
Was this like a romantic partner?
No, it
something
wasn't.
that was supposed to be that?
I'm not gonna say yes or no. I don't know. I know I just came up here to see him. I just say that.
Did you get to see him?
I got to see him, and stayed around for a couple of weeks until he had the mood swings and stuff, and I saw something I didn't like, so I had to go a different way.
So did he put you out?
I'm not gonna literally say he put me out. It was more so, it was like just let me out, because the way for me to go handle my business, I had to wait for him to basically wake up for him to let me out the gate. So that's how that went, and I wasn't really too comfortable with doing that, and then have to be working on someone else's time instead of doing what I need to do for myself. That put me like in a hard place for me,
okay,
pretty much.
So what was you and your uncle getting into it about?
I want to say, with him, it was more so with drugs.
Okay, so he had his own situation going on with that?
Yeah, he had his own situation going on, so it was like, with him, my whole thing when I moved to Birmingham was to transition over. I was in the domestic violence center, and I was going by the store, I got a pack of cigarettes, and on the way going back to the shelter, I made it there, and I got there late, past my curfew, and it got stopped by the police officer. They were saying I was disorderly conduct when I was just trying to help another person that was homeless, and that caused me to make it there late to the shelter, and they wouldn't let me in. So that's my first time really experienced being homeless, and I had to stay on the street for 2 days. But I was working and stuff then. And
that was in Birmingham?
Yeah, that was in Birmingham.
So let's put a pin in that right there. So real quick, who do your kids live with right now?
My older kid stays with his father, And the last two.
How many
ones is
different dads do we have, by the way?
Three. Got
Okay.
Three different fathers, and the oldest one stays with his father, and the last two stays with my mother.
Okay, okay. And so let's just start from the beginning. So where are you from?
I'm from Alabama.
What part?
I was born in Selma, Alabama, but my mom resigned in Montgomery, Alabama. So
Man, shout out that Gump, man. Shout out Montgomery, Alabama, man.
Yep.
Okay, definitely shout out Selma too. Shout out the whole Bama, man, for sure.
Right.
All right, and so growing up in Alabama, did you have both your mom and your dad in the household?
Well, I had my mom, and then I had my stepfather. My biological father got killed in 1990. So
Sorry to hear about that. How did he die?
His throat got slashed, and he got thrown in the yard. So that's where they found him, in my grandmother's yard.
Okay.
The neighbors found him. They woke my grandmother up. But I'm from listening to what my mom said coming up as a child. She was like, who you think your dad is, not your daddy, so he might even be my father. So
That's what your mom said?
yeah, that's kind of strange because when I was pregnant with my second baby, I was 20 years old. I can remember doing someone's hair and got a phone call, and the guy asked to speak to my mom, but then he asked me who I was, and he was trying to say that he was my father. So that's kind of got me kind of puzzled too. So I'm still trying to figure that one out. But I haven't talked.
Did you ever talk to your mom about that?
Yeah, and her conversation is like, let me see how you can put it. It's like more so like, her reaction was like, well, if you feel like that, tell him pay me my child support that he owed me. That's what she says. So I don't know. That's kind of mixed feelings. But for a person to constantly stay in contact with me after that, it might be a possibility because he said he was willing to take a blood test. So
Are you willing to take it too?
Yeah, I am. If I can get in contact back with him again. I haven't talked to him since June of last year. And usually some kind of way he get in contact with me, but I haven't had a phone in a couple of months, so I haven't been able to talk to him or giving him reason to even try to get in contact with me anyway.
So let me ask, do we have history of drug usage going on?
Yeah, it's history of drug use.
What's the drug?
My first choice of drug was cocaine.
Crack?
And I have tried crack. And what else they got out now? They got meth. I tried that also too. But I've been clean out for going on a week and a half. Just trying to get myself refocused back.
Okay, so what was the last drug that you did? Was it crack?
Marijuana.
Okay, so I mean, besides marijuana and alcohol, what was the last, what I would consider
Tina.
harder drug? Huh?
It was, what y'all call it, Tina here in Atlanta?
What's that, crack?
No, meth.
Meth?
Yeah.
Okay.
So, yeah, I done tried it. That was, that one right there, I'll leave that in the closet.
So let me ask, so because it sounds like you was, already homeless in Alabama.
Mm-hmm.
What age were you when you became homeless?
I'm 36, still 36. I'm 37 Monday.
Well, happy early birthday.
Thank you.
Yeah. Okay, so what was it that caused you to become homeless? I mean,
because I think more so because what was going on within what was going on within the house where I was staying at, the drug use and stuff like that.
were you using drugs as well?
Yeah, I was using drugs as well. It was just like I really just adventured off into using the crack cocaine. It was like I only been using like a year and a half, so I guess it's venturing out into that new world. Everything was basically pretty much still kind of new to me. So I just got tired of that environment.
Well, let me ask this, because me and you were close to the same age.
Mm-hmm.
And we grew up in an era where they had crackheads, and we knew like kind of what crack did to the community.
Right.
What was it that made you try crack in the first place?
It wasn't. I don't know. I guess just a puzzling mind. Curiosity killed the cat. Is being curious and just said, well, let me just try it. Because I've been around it all my life.
I mean,
I never thought that I would never
remember
use it.
I remember crackheads, crackheads used to steal VCRs, TVs, couches, anything that they could get their hands on to try to sell to get some crack. Did you see those things too growing up?
No, not in my well, I done seen folks done it, but not like my mother and them personally, no, not steal or anything.
Well, not
like
them, but I mean,
I done seen it. I done seen
well, so
a lot of
if
things.
you saw that, why didn't you say, well, hey, that may be one drug that I might want to stay away from?
I look at it the reason why I look at it and I thank God that I done experienced the things that I have experienced, because I think it allowed me not to be so judgmental towards others. And you know, sometimes you go through things just for a season and for a reason. So I understand the reason why I went through it.
Big Johnny.
And I accept it. And I move on. I learn from it. It's not like.
So do you think
it's
that
not what you do? They always say it's not what you do. It's how you do it. And like I said, I'm thankful for the experience of it, because I could still dipped off into it and been out here prostituting and doing everything up under the sun too, just to feed that high. But I guess God didn't have that door open for me. He just probably just wanted me to experience, and I'm thankful for it. I ain't mad about it.
So you feel like you're not hooked, you're not addicted? Okay.
No, because I'll be far out. I think I'll be far gone.
Okay.
Than I am now.
So let me ask. I mean, so, you know, when was the last time you saw the kids?
Last time I saw my kids was in November when I left Montgomery. That's the last time I saw them. Last time I spoke to them was earlier part of this month.
Why has it been so long since you've seen them? Because you were still in Alabama up to 3 months ago.
Yeah, I was in Alabama, but I was in Birmingham. I was up there working. I don't know, because around that time, I wasn't going to be able to see my second child anyway, because he's off into basketball. So he did a lot. He's been doing a lot of traveling with that. And just, I don't know.
Do you think that they
I talk to him all the time. Yeah, I talk to him all the time. I just talked to him earlier, this week. When I get around to it, I think this time right now I just need time to talk to myself due to me going through this separation of being married, because I haven't been married that long.
Wait, so you're married?
Yeah, I'm married also too. And
what age were you when you got married?
Just last year.
And who'd you get married to?
A guy named Marcus Parks.
So that's why when I told you my name, you chuckled.
Yeah, yeah. Because I've been hearing that a lot lately, and it kind of like makes me kind of ill not just to say hear that name, but it's just, you hear that name, okay, I'm thinking about my husband.
So let me ask, why has your relationship seemingly dissolved? Why are y'all not together right now?
It's by choice. It's something that he just wanted. I think more so, he really wanted to go back to Indiana, and I chose not to go back with him. And it was just his excuses of me trying to cause that I was cheating on him, I guess, and I wasn't. I guess the drug use, and then his son also had passed away also too, so that put a lot of weight on our relationship. But like I told him, I'm here to help you after the fact, just separate. I don't know. I guess we ain't even been married that long.
How long were y'all married?
It'd be 2 years and
How long before y'all separated? When y'all separated?
We separated in November last year. But I don't want to talk about that though, because I get emotional.
Why? What happened?
Because it's just sad. Once you go back and you think about things that people have done and trying to make, and you put them on this pedestal, and you're not respected the same way, it's a hurtful thing. That was a hurtful situation.
Why did he think you was cheating?
I don't know, because maybe he was.
Had you ever cheated before?
Have I ever cheated with him knowing? I cheated, not knowing. I didn't think we was gonna get back together though. But just like being in a relationship.
Were y'all married at the time?
No, we wasn't married. I didn't think that we was gonna get back together, so I did that because that's something that I wanted to do. But he was doing it the whole time anyway, so we couldn't find out. But it's all good. I ain't stressed about that. It's life. You live and learn.
So you guys are still legally married right now?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, we're still legally married, and every time I say something about a divorce, he's like, he don't respond how I think he should respond. I guess he think he's still supposed to hold on to something that's not gonna even beat us. So I don't know.
Let me ask you this. So, is it not possible for you to go live with your mom?
Yeah, I can go back home anytime, but my thing is right now, I've been out here and I've been learning it's the pros and cons to this. There's a lot of people out here that are homeless that don't have to be homeless, but a lot of it is by choice. Some of it is not by choice, because you'll be amazed that there's a lot of people that out here that got more money than probably what you have in your own pocket, and out here just living off the land of the free. I call this the land of the free, which is supposed to be free to us. But if you look at it, homeless people are really utilizing it as it is.
Well, but I guess here's the thing though, right? But you have 3 kids, and basically right now, other people are picking up your slack. So when you're supposed to be, parenting and doing all the little knick-knack daily stuff that involves raising a kid, but you're not. You're out here, you're kind of, just kind of doing your thing. And so I get that, but don't you feel like there's some level of responsibility that you have to get back stable and
Oh yeah,
get back to a point to where you can be raising your kids?
That's the goal now. That's the reason why I'm working on getting my birth certificate. Supposed to be back here next week, and then once I get the birth certificate, I go ahead and get my social security card and get my ID. If I would have never misplaced all that stuff last week, I would be working right now.
Right, but I guess the question is that, well, then why couldn't you just do
right
that
now,
in Alabama? Why couldn't you do that?
I could have done that in Alabama, but right now where my kids are at, they are safe, and I know where they're at. And then the condition that my mother is in right now, she really needs someone at home with her, helping her out. And they give her a push. So I mean, that's
why can't you be the person at home helping her out?
Maybe because me and mama don't get along like that. We got the same personalities.
So wait, I didn't finish with the earlier stuff. So did you go to school? Like, did you go to high school?
Yeah, we got to high school.
You graduated?
I graduated.
Did you go to college?
I've been to college. I got some classes.
What school?
What you mean, what school?
What college?
It's different colleges I've been to, off and on.
Well, I mean, when you first came out of high school,
I came to Wallace Community College then.
Okay.
Out of Selma, Alabama.
I get it.
Yeah. So I'm not slow. I mean, I got management skills. I got all that good stuff. It's just sometimes you just got to venture out. This right here is just like a venture out to me, just to understand things as it is. And like I told you before, I learned a lot from this, and I learned not to be as judgmental. I know how to learn how to be able to save, to be able to not want to get back in a position like this. You understand what I'm saying? Because you can get into it by choice, or it's not by choice. Mine is more so by choice. But I can easily put myself up out of the bind. I am not gonna say that it's been hard. I have not went one day without washing my ass. I have not went one day without eating. I'm not stressing. It's just life. Like it's the land of the free.
Where you sleeping at night?
Well, I sleep at night.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm staying with someone right now. That's why I was trying to tell you, like I'm homeless, but I'm not homeless. But they're subject to change at any time.
Is that like a romantic partner, or is that something where you kind of like trading sex for a place to stay?
No.
Okay.
No, I wouldn't call it that. It was just, you need someone to stay. I got a room. You pay me like that.
Okay.
What
are you doing for income right now?
I go donate plasma. That's how I get my income right now.
So you had a look.
Outside back working. Yeah.
You had a look when I asked that question, right?
You asked me, are you asking me do I prostitute? And that's one thing. That'd be the last thing on the list to do, to be prostitute.
You never done that?
No, only time I've done that is one time for my baby. My baby needs some type of. The only time I've ever done it. I don't have the energy to do that because I've been from the age of 9 to 18. So I don't think my mom.
You say from 9 to 18?
Yeah, from 9 to 18 I've been
doing that.
My stepfather. So I don't think I would have the mentality.
Does he still live with your mom?
No, he's passed away.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry.
Yeah, he passed away, and so I
did
don't.
you ever tell your mom that he was doing that?
I told my mom.
What was her response?
That's a long story right there. If I was to tell you that.
Did she believe you?
She believed me. Then when she post was told when they got back to the people at DHR, when they came to do the walkthrough or whatever, and talk about the situation that was at hand. My mother told me to lie, so that's what I did.
You lied? You said that he didn't do it?
Yep. Still don't know
what age was that?
I was about like 15 or 16.
And
I
so
don't think it was like more of the humiliation of my mom being embarrassed and then my brothers and them being embarrassed, stuff like that. Because it's been plenty of nights I stood over his head and I with a knife, a syringe of bleach, wanted to kill him, but I didn't want to have that blood on my hand.
How often did he do this?
That's something real sensitive to talk about, because once you ask that question, you're gonna go after something else, and then it's gonna lead up to something else. So I would not answer that question.
I mean,
that's something that if it happened, think about it. If it happened from the age of 9 to 18,
was it every day?
Yeah, it was almost every other day. Yeah.
How did your mom not know? Was she at work or something?
My mom was at work at one time. They be at work at a time. My mom was at school. So.
Was it a situation where at some point, and I know
my mom was on drugs at one time real bad too. So that way it really started when she would be gone like a couple weeks at a time or whatever.
Okay, she'd be on the binge.
And that just left me there being vulnerable. So it was almost like I was his wife and she wasn't. You understand what I'm saying?
So did you get used to this? Was this a situation?
What do you think a child would get used to? It's almost like you're being trained into it.
So would you say, like if I ask him at some point, were you kind of like consenting towards it, or?
That's a question you can't answer because it's something that you just that you think that's the way of life. You understand what I'm saying?
Well, I mean, but even at like 15
if I
and 16.
If I say that, that means that I was okay with doing it, right? But if it was done from the age of 8 to 18, that's all I know. See what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So you're just more accepting of it. It's like.
Yeah, you don't know anything else.
Right. It's just.
I mean, I'm sorry if these questions come off a certain way. I'm just curious about it.
You're
you
fine.
know, like,
a lot of people ask those questions, but when they ask the questions, they want to get deeper into something. But you have to understand the psychological part of it also too. It goes deeper than just like, okay, I'm just gonna do it, just be doing it. It's something that's just already been trained.
Where you say you was kind of like the wife, so were you like sleeping in bed with him?
You make you feel like you. When my mom wasn't there, what you thought? That's why I said it's deep. That's something that's really, really deep.
Well, how much deeper can it go?
Because it does. You gotta think about you dealing with a child. You took away my innocence from me, to where I'm not able to allow myself to enjoy life as it is, or enjoy a man as it is.
Was he the father of
my brother? Not my biological father.
No, I mean, is he not the father of one of your sons, is he?
Hell no.
Okay, well, I mean, because you said up to 18.
No, I had my first child when I was 19.
Okay, I was about to say.
When I was 20, I had my first child when I was 20.
Okay.
No, he was dead. I was dead when I had I got pregnant, my first baby, he was dead.
How did he die?
I guess appendix burst or some shit like that.
Wow.
Something like that burst on me.
Appendicitis, man. My dad has had that before, and you can definitely die from that.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, miss. Well, listen. So
it's gonna get better. I'm not sad about
that. Yeah,
nothing.
I mean, I was about to say
it
sounds like you have options back in Alabama, but for whatever reason,
I still got options now.
You're still kind of you're here.
I'm venturing out. I'm here. This is life. I just living life right now, just being free. It might not be how I want it to be. Well, I got a pocket full of money where I can be able to do this, do that. As long as I'm able to get up and breathe every day and just able to say thank you, Lord, for today, and lead and direct me throughout my day, I'm good to go. Because you never know why I'm on this journey. That's how I look at it.
Okay. All right. Well, listen, we really appreciate you taking the time, answering all of our questions. If anybody out there wanted to reach out, help, or donate, do you have a way they could do that? Do you have social media, Cash App, anything like that?
Nope. I don't even have a phone.
You never had a Facebook?
I got a Facebook. I don't do Facebook either. I don't do none of that. I stop all social media, all that stuff, just for a reason. Just to get out my mind that free. My phone did get hacked a couple months ago, though, so that's the reason why I ain't got no phone.
Okay. All right, miss. Well, like I say, we appreciate you, and we definitely wish you nothing but the best out here, all right?
All right, thank you.
All right, you make sure you have a good one, sweetie.